What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 60 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 60 free stocks when you open a new Moo brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $2,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you $2,000 in that brokerage account, man. They're going to give you 25 free stocks. So if you put $5,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 60 free stocks. Limited time offer, so don't delay. Act today. Get yourself down in the description box, which will be the first link, which is the Moo link. Click on that Moo link, open up your new account, fund it, go get you some free stocks. Also, I will send you a couple of Moo tutorial videos that will walk you through how to use the Moo brokerage app. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net, second link down in the description box. Let me know you've opened the Moo account, you funded it, and I'll send you out those Moo tutorial videos. Well, guys, it was an incredible day, in my opinion, with paper assets. They started out pre-market green. Market opened, and they went higher. I thought it was an amazing day, right? Planted some seeds on Friday. And was a pretty good harvest today. So I'm not doing too bad right now. I'm feeling pretty good. And as I explained to you guys this morning in my video, Wednesday, CPI inflation reports coming out for May. Yeah. We got to see what that does to the market. That could be a positive catalyst. It could be a negative catalyst. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. I'm going to do some homework to find out what the experts are saying, though. I'm going to get out here and do me some homework before Wednesday to see what these experts are saying. May need to plant some seeds. Not may need to, going to plant some seeds tomorrow. I want to plant some seeds tomorrow. And hopefully on Wednesday, get a harvest. Because y'all know I love fruit. I love fruit. Bananas, apples, oranges, mangoes. I love fruit, man. So certainly want me a big harvest. But I'm going to do a little homework. And then I'm going to go ahead and plant me some seeds. Back there in the backyard, I'm going to plant some seeds. Go ahead and water them a little bit and see if we can get us a harvest on Wednesday. But today was amazing. It was amazing. And some of y'all might be asking, well, what in the world was the catalyst for what the market did today? What was the catalyst? Well, here's what CNBC is saying. So let me walk you through this and then we'll talk about it. I'll give you my opinion. But here's one of the catalysts. S&P 500 posts back-to-back gains as optimistic U.S.-China trade talks making progress. So the United States and China, right? Number one economy in the world, which is the United States. Number two economy in the world, which is China. Big time trading partners, right? A lot of the things that we buy, retail, comes from China, made in China. We know the iPhone, which is iconic. You know, a good many of them are made in China. Some are made in India. Of course, 47 would like for them to make them in America. And that might happen. I don't know. I'm just telling you right now, the most important trade negotiation, in my opinion, is between the United States and China. And one of the reasons is because China, they're smart. So China said, okay, all right, United States, you want to play hardball, go right ahead. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go behind your back, and we're going to go to all of your trading partners. EU, India, Canada, Mexico, all of your trading partners. We're going to go to them and let them know we will take y'all's place. We will take America's place. I'm just telling you, that's what they've been doing, right? So it makes sense for us to kind of meet with these folks, work out something that works for both sides so that we can get back on track with this tariff thing. But the market, since they are talking, they love that. So it propelled stocks today, in my opinion. Here it is. The S&P 500 closed marginally higher on Monday as 47 officials met with their Chinese counterparts in an effort to resolve trade issues between the two economic giants. What did I just tell you? I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all that? We're the two largest economies in the world. So it makes sense for us to get this thing right, because honestly, ultimately, as this thing prolongs, I believe it hurts both economies, right? I believe it hurts both economies. The broad market index added 0.09% and notched a second winning session. The S&P 500, guys, for the first time in a long time, got itself over 6,000 points and closed there. Tell me the last time the S&P 500 closed over 6,000 points. You probably got to go back to February of this year. So clearly, the market is loving this. The market is loving this news of the United States and China having progress or making progress on trade. The NASDAQ climbed 0.31% to end at 19,591. Check this out, guys. We're getting back real close to 20,000 points in the NASDAQ. We're moving up. The Dow Industrial Average ticked down 1.11 points and closed at 42,761.76. Still pretty dang on good, over 42,000 points. That's pretty good. Remember, after Liberation Day, what did it get down? It was under 40,000. I believe the S&P was under 5,000. Can't quite remember what the NAS was, but I want to say the NAS was probably in the 16,000. You're talking about 2 months ago. So that's good news, and things are going higher. Again, for me, that's a good thing, because I'm a guy that likes to build wealth. I'm one of these guys that like to take a look at something and say, you know, that's a beautiful field out there. I'm going to go plant me some seeds in that field because I think it's fertile ground. See, I like that. I like that story of that acorn. You go out and plant that acorn, just a little acorn, a little seed. You go plant that little seed out in a beautiful field with rich soil. You water that thing, and then you come back, and you got a beautiful, beautiful oak tree from a little bit of acorn. So I like planting seeds. And I like to plant my seeds so that I can get this harvest. Because remember, I'm one of these guys, I love fruit. I'm a fruit guy. So I like to get that harvest, man, so I can get the variety of fruit, right? So, gotta keep doing that. I want to keep doing that over and over and over. Planting seeds, getting the harvest. Planting seeds, get the big old heavy harvest. I want to keep doing that, right? So here we go. Officials from the United States and China held trade talks on Monday in London with the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and Trade Representatives Jameson Greer, representing the United States National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett, told CNBC on Monday that the U.S. was seeking confirmation that China would restore critical mineral exports. Boom, there we go. Now you know what's going on, right? Or you're starting to put two and two together. They just gave it to you right there. Some people might be asking, well, why is the U.S. bending? Why are they not forcing China? Well, they really can't, because China really got something we need. And that's called what? Critical minerals. And guess what? We have to import those critical minerals into the United States. And China is one of the countries that is, their cup runneth over with these critical minerals. Their cup runneth over. They got so much of these critical minerals that they don't know what to do with them. So therefore, that forces the United States to come to the table, because we need them, right? We need them. The purpose of the meeting today is to make sure that they're serious, to literally get handshakes and get this thing behind us, said Hassett to CNBC Squawk Box. Our expectation is that immediately after the handshake, any export controls from the U.S. will be eased, and the rare earths, minerals, will be released in volume, and then we can go back to negotiating smaller matters. See, we're forced to come to the table because of this. Now, let me go in here and just, for some of you guys, I'm going to give you a little Google on this. Why are rare earth minerals important to the United States? A little bit of chat GPT for y'all. Because I know some of y'all are saying, well, golly, man, I don't know what you're talking about. This dude crazy. What is he talking about? Earth minerals. What in the world do the United States need with earth minerals? Well, let me share it with you. For some of my audience out there that are inquisitive and want to know, let me share them with you. Here's why it's so important, and China got them, and we need them. Rare earth minerals are critical to the United States for national security, energy independence, and economic growth due to their widespread use in modern technologies, including defense, clean energy, and electronics. Many advanced technologies, from smartphones to electric vehicles and defense systems, rely on components made from these minerals. There you go. That's the reason why China and the United States are meeting. And you heard Hassett just tell you that right here in this article. Well, he gave it to you. He gave it to you right here. The purpose of the meeting today is to make sure that they're serious. They're talking about China about these rare earth minerals, and I just told you why we need them. Very important to us. To literally get handshakes and get this thing behind us, Hassett said on CNBC's The Squawk Box. Our expectation is that immediately after the handshake, any export controls from the U.S. will be eased and the rare earth minerals will be released in volume. Why? Because we need them. We're running out of them. And then we can go back to negotiating smaller matters. The talks are set to continue on Tuesday morning. A source familiar with the situation told CNBC. The meeting in London comes after 47 and the president of China held a lengthy phone call last week. Last month, the two countries agreed to temporarily cut tariffs while trade negotiations proceeded. That's very important, guys. And I think that has kind of brought us closer to the table. Hopefully, these two countries will work out something. I know we need to work out something because we really rely on these rare earth minerals. And I told you why they're so integral to what we do here in the United States, even from a national security standpoint, right? Electronics, all that stuff, right? Clean energy, all that stuff. We need them. We don't have them just laying around here in America. We got to go export them. Well, we got to import them in, right? From other countries like China. So who actually really benefited today from this bounce in the stock market? Let me share with you a few companies that are doing pretty nicely today. Shares of several semiconductor companies rose on Monday. Qualcomm jumped more than 4% after the chip maker announced it will acquire semiconductor firm Alphawave for $2.4 billion. I don't know if that's a seed that needs to be planted. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's a seed need to be planted, but smells like a seed to me, but I don't know. Y'all may need to go check on that one. But that sounds like a really nice seed that wants to grow into something. But y'all go check that out. Second one, shares of Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, added 4.8%. And Texas Instruments rose 3.5%, while NVIDIA shares ticked higher. Alibaba gained 1.8%. That's a name I ain't heard in a while, but they got a little bit of a bump today, a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of pep in their step. Maybe it's because of this advancement in trade negotiations with the United States and China. Obviously, Alibaba is a big time company around the world, but definitely in China, right? That's where they're out of. They originate out of China. Investors are taking bullish trades today on China large caps and U.S. semiconductor stocks, which are both beneficiaries of U.S./China trade talks. Let's stop right there. Beautiful field out there. I know some of y'all got beautiful fields in the back of your yard, your house, wherever you live. That right there might be a seed. I don't know. Let me read it one more time because it could be a seed. Could be a seed that needs to be planted. Might be a seed that needs to be planted that could, a little bit of acorn seed could grow into a beautiful oak tree. Let me give it to you one more time, because maybe some of y'all didn't hear me. Investors are taking bullish trades today on China large caps and U.S. semiconductor stocks, which are both beneficiaries of U.S.-China trade talks. This is coming from your chief technical strategist for Blue Chip Daily Trend Report. This is what he told CNBC. I don't know if that's a seed, but it sounds like a seed that could be planted and potentially could bring in a harvest. But I don't know. Y'all got to go figure out that and do you some homework. Separately, Apple shares lost 1.2% as the company held its 2025 Worldwide Developers Conference, during which it announced its first new iPhone operating system redesign since 2013. Inflation data is expected to be a key topic later in the week. Stop right there. What did I tell you at the beginning of this thing? I told you Wednesday, June 11th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we're going to get the May CPI inflation report. I told you I'm going to go out and do me a little homework tomorrow, a little homework to see what the experts are expecting. I'm going to do a little homework just like I did last Friday, prior to last Friday, which was June 6th, before the May jobs report came out. Now, again, I'm no expert here. I'm just telling you I go out and do a little homework so that I can try to get a head start on planting some seeds. So I did that on Thursday. I said, well, okay, on Thursday last week, I said, let me go out and do a little homework, see if I need to plant some seeds because I need a harvest. So let me see if I can plant some seeds, but let me do some homework to make sure I'm planting the seeds in the right field. I need the right field, the right soil, rich soil. I need to, I need it in the right field. So I did a little homework, and guess what I found out? A lot of the experts believed that the economy would add more jobs than expected. Now, I didn't know if it would or not. I'm just going out looking to the experts to try to give me a little bit of guidance so that I know where to plant my seeds. So I did that, and I said, well, you know something? Shoo. The experts are saying this thing gonna come in better than expected. Now, that's not a guarantee for me, but at least I got some intel to be able to know where I need to plant my seeds. So I went and planted some seeds. Wednesday, Thursday last week, planted some seeds, knowing that could have a harvest on Friday if the jobs report showed that the economy was adding more jobs than expected, because that's a good thing. That means the economy is still holding up. So I'm thinking, shoot, if it come in better than expected, good news normally does what? It normally bounces things. The good news normally bounces. It bounces things, right? So I said, well, shoot, man, let me plant these seeds over here. See if I can get me a harvest on Friday. Sure enough, harvest came. Now, no guarantees. I'm just saying, I went out and did my homework, found the right place to plant the seeds, good soil, historical track record of delivering a good harvest, planted my seeds right there. So guess what I did on Friday? I said, well, shoot. What if we get some good news over the weekend? 47, U.S.-China trade negotiations, whatever, potentially might need to plant some more seeds for Monday, because over the weekend, a lot of stuff can happen. A lot of negotiations can take place. A lot of good stuff can happen. A lot of bad stuff can happen too now. So I needed to make sure I'm planting my seeds in the right location. Boom. Got that little intel on Friday. I said, well, shoot, we might get a little bit of good news this weekend. So if I got some seeds planted, I might be able to reap me a harvest on Monday. Sure enough, planted some seeds on Friday, reaped me a little bit of a harvest on Monday. So now I'm back at it again, saying to myself, okay, tomorrow to get ready for Wednesday, potentially good news, could be bad news too, right? No, nobody knows. So that's why I go do the homework tomorrow. I go figure out what the experts are saying tomorrow about CPI. And if the experts are saying, hey man, well, not hey man, but I'm reading and I'm saying, shoot, hey man, they're thinking inflation may tick down for May, which would be what? Potentially a positive catalyst to bounce. So I said, well, okay, if that's what I see, I'm gonna go ahead, find me a nice fertile patch of dirt, good soil, historical track record of delivering harvest, and I'm gonna plant my seeds in that soil and wait for a harvest on Wednesday. So that's the game plan for me, man. That's the game plan for me. You got to figure out a game plan for you. But I wanted to touch base with you guys quickly and give you a little update on why things did what they did today based on this article from CNBC. All of this comes from CNBC. Now, of course, I gave y'all a little ad lib. That ain't from CNBC. That's from me. But the meat and potatoes are from this article from CNBC. So let's finish this thing up. Inflation data is expected to be a key topic later in the week. The latest consumer price index is due out on Wednesday, followed by the producer price index on Thursday. So you got the retail inflation report on Wednesday, and you got the wholesale / business inflation report on Thursday. Two pieces of data that could bounce or dip, right? So I want to go out and do me a little homework and see what the experts are saying. So perhaps I can find me a nice, good patch of dirt to put me some seeds in. Traders will be looking for clues as to how the current tariff rates are flowing through the economy. See, here's the thing. If that report comes out for May, that inflation is still going down despite the tariff talk, that might be a catalyst, man, to bounce. I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to do my little homework and see if I can see what the experts are saying, because I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who is on YouTube. I'm not an expert. I'm just going to go out and do me some research and see what the experts are saying and what they're predicting for Wednesday. It's a 50-50, right? But at least if the experts are feeling good about it, maybe they know something I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of my philosophy. Monday's moves come after all three of the major indexes notched their second straight winning week. The S&P Friday closed above 6,000 level for the first time since February. There you go. There's my little 2 cents, guys, I wanted to give you guys as you figure out what's right for you and your family as you look to get to this financial freedom thing and create this passive income thing. That's what it's all about for me. It's all about doing what? Taking this money that I make and try and find investments, paper assets, real estate for income, businesses, right? Try to deploy that active income into something that can turn it into passive income. That's the whole key, right? For me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Listen, I'm gonna be here every day that I'm allowed to be here to share the good news with you, right? And I look at it as good news because every day we're here that we have an opportunity to get up in the morning and make things happen, that's good news. We all have trials and tribulations. We all face ups and downs. We face it. That's life. But if I'm able to wake up in the morning, get out of that bed and go get it, That's all I'm telling you. If I'm able to get up in the morning, able body, sound mind, I should be able to go get it. I gotta be able to go get it. Nobody ain't gonna bring it here and knock on my front door out there and ring my doorbell and say, hey, Richard, I went and got it for you today. Ain't nobody gonna do that for you, man. Please understand that. No one's gonna do that for you. You gotta do it. You gotta figure it out, just like I gotta figure it out every day. See, every day, I just get up and figure it out. Some days I do better than others, right? Some days I do better than others, but I'm gonna get up every single day, Lord's will, and I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna go get it. I hope y'all come join me. Like I said, Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon, that's all we do is go get it. If you'd have been in there today, a lot of seeds were planted, a lot of harvest. I'm not saying it'll be like that every day. I'm just telling you, hey man, when it's good, it's good. We're gonna all have bad days now, don't get me wrong. There'll be bad days that will come. The goal is I wanna have more good days than I wanna have bad days. That's the goal for me. That's the scorebook. That's the scorecard. You know, I got 365 days in 1 year. At the end of that 365 days, I look at the scorecard. As long as the scorecard says, Richard, you had 265 good days, you had 100 bad days, then I made it. I got a problem if I got 265 bad days and 100 good days. Now, that may not even be a problem, just depending on where I planted seeds. If I planted seeds and those seeds grew to a great big oak tree, okay. The goal is how many good days compared to how many bad days. My goal is to have more good days than bad days. So I got to be out here planting seeds every day. Every day I'm planting seeds, looking for that harvest. I love fruit. I'm looking for that harvest every single day. My goal is to find where to plant my seeds that gives me the best chance to get the harvest. That's the goal. Where can I plant these seeds every single day that I can maximize my harvest? Guys, go maximize your harvest. Again, Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. We got a couple thousand people in there. All we do in there is help each other with tips, nuggets, best practices, and we go find that harvest. We go find where to plant them seeds, and then we go find that harvest. We go find it every single day. Got to find that harvest. The only way I find my harvest is, first of all, I got to find out where to plant the seed. So if I can find out where to plant that seed, boom, I know where to find the harvest. And guess what? If I have success planting that seed and I love that soil, and that soil was good to me because it gave me a nice harvest, guess what? I can always go back to that patch of dirt again and replant more seeds. If you want to join us, man, all you got to do is get to the description box, second link, which is my website address, www.richardfain.net. Click on that website link. It'll take you over to the website. Check out the digital products while you're there. Could help you increase your financial literacy. I think it can. Take a look at them. If it's right for you, great. If it's not, no big deal. You at least took a look at them. But the most important thing to me is you find yourself a community that you can bond with that can help. Not that anybody's an expert, because we're not. We're just regular people. Just like you and I are talking right now, we're just regular people. No experts. But when you have the power of a group of people, and you can take this to anything, guys. Anytime you have a group of people who are passionate about something and they believe in it, that's powerful. That's powerful. I don't care what walk of life. If you get a group of people together and they can come together on one common thread, and that common thread is financial freedom, so that they have independence in their life. Financial independence. That's powerful, guys. Again, no one's trying to be an expert here. No one's trying to do anything here but give you an opportunity to get around some additional people that are trying to get where you're trying to get to, which is financial freedom and independence. If you want to be a part of that, man, come join us. Click on that join button, that membership button in my website. It'll take you over to Patreon and come join us. Tonight, matter of fact, we're going to have an 8 p.m. Eastern time live stream just for the wealth builders on Patreon. And I'm going to walk them through, the type of seeds that I use. I'm going to walk them through my seed portfolio. I'm gonna walk them through the type of seeds that I like. I like all kind of seeds, right? I love fruit. So you know me, I got all kind of seeds. I want me some seeds to grow me some apples. I want me some seeds to grow me some bananas. I want some seeds to grow me some oranges. I want me some seeds to grow me some tangerines and some mangoes. I'm gonna share what those seeds are. Now, if they like the same type of fruit I like, great. If not, go find your own seeds for the type of fruit you like. But if you want to get to know us a little bit better, like I said, come on over to Patreon. We'd love to have you. If you want up to 60 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 60 free stocks when you open a new Moo brokerage account. You put $100 in your new brokerage account, they will give you 5 free stocks. If you put, I think, $2,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 25 free stocks. If you put $5,000 in your new brokerage account, they are going to give you 60 free stocks. Limited time offer. Don't delay. Act today. Get yourself down in the description box. First link. Open up that Moo account. Fund it and get yourself some free stocks. Well, guys, I thank y'all for rocking with me this afternoon. I got to get out of here. I got to prepare for my live stream tonight with the Wealth Builders. I hope some of you guys decide to join us. But if not, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hopefully, Lord's will, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.